colors are different from the top and the bottom. Have you ever found that to be true? That the blues are more on the bottom?
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever noticed that or not.
It's really hard to see with the sun, and there shouldn't be any air blowing.
Jim, it's a beautiful spring day. What are we gonna do today?
Spring day? It's like 95 degrees out here, bro. But that's good when you're pulling bismuth crystals, because the idea of this is, well, first of all, we'll go to the unboxing. This is the way it came. I ordered it, I believe, from Amazon. And they say, caution heavy. Trust me, it's heavy. Here's an ingot, which is poured by the company that I bought it from, and it has kind of a unique fracture or structure to it. It's extremely heavy. That's probably 10, 15 pounds, and there's some more in there, but we already have some.
You just melt that down?
Well, the way it works is, so number one, make a stable platform. Number two, best results I've had are when you're out when it's warm. And the idea is you melt the bismuth, and then as it solidifies and cools, the top hardens, and you basically grab the top with some tweezers and you'll pull out the crystals. This is just laying in there. That's just different colors that it'll make. And I'm not 100% sure, but I believe the different temperatures change the way the crystal looks as it comes out. I don't
like the color as well.
Right.
We don't really know about that. You can
look that up. There's kind of a interesting look. It's not a good crystal, but it was back in the remelt jar. So basically, some basic tools. You want some gloves. If you're going to do it in the winter, stack heat bricks around here to hold the heat in. We don't need to worry about that. It's summer out here, so we're going to use a torch.
And so then you got all kinds of tongs and you got skewers.
Yeah, and I'll go through all that in a moment. It's just amazing how these crystals form, and we'll give you some close-ups on it.
Cool. And in nature, do you ever find these crystals in the shapes?
No. I checked on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that in nature, the correct things need to happen. So in other words, the only way you see these crystals that are sold, or the ones that we're going to pull, are basically man pulled. You're not going to find them in these stacked pyramid looking shapes in nature. Cool. But I could be wrong on that.
So this is going to be how Jimmy pulls bismuth video. And
I believe we have a special person that we're pulling one for today.
Yeah, we're making it for Ann. Ann Silberman. Our very good friend Ann has wanted a piece, and we're gonna make her a piece. Weird. Oh, you see a lot of this stuff being sold at gem shows. It's become quite a common material the last 10 years. It's a lot of fun to make. Probably not necessarily the best seller because so many people are selling it. I've seen cool things where they're like pouring it or like pulling it over bowls or skulls.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of variations on what you can do with it. I just like pulling the crystals. I give them to the kids at the shows. I sell them occasionally, donate them to our rock club for giveaways. Everybody that doesn't have one, when they see it, they want one. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I've seen them like pull it over bones and skulls and bowls, and I've seen people make knives out of them, throwing stars, all kinds of goofy stuff. But I like the regular formations the best. The one you gave Lynn was like a half of an egg.
Oh yeah, that was one. I actually bought that one. I didn't build it myself.
Oh, cool.
But it was a metal sphere, like a half of an egg. Sphere, I guess that's correct. Half egg. And they poured it in there and crystals grew. And yes, Lynn said she liked it, so we gave it to her because sweet Lynn gets whatever she wants.
So you're just using regular propane?
Yeah, this is just propane and a turkey fryer here.
So the melting point must be low.
I apologize that I don't know it off the...
I'll put that up on the screen right now.
Yeah, we'll get it. I believe...
Well, obviously they use propane on the turkey thing. It's got to be low.
But it's not a super high melting point. You will see here in the next few minutes, this stuff will start solidifying. Then we'll kind of skim the top of it to remove the impurities, which I put into here.
So tell me about the tools while we wait for this to melt.
Sure. Well, this is one that I use, and you can see it's coated and it has the blue coloring to it. And basically what I do on this kind of stuff is I'll take this torch while I'm waiting for this to heat up. If my torch will work.
Let's just talk about the rest of the tools.
All right. Well, the rest of the tools are simple. Just whatever you can use to... so I use these kind of tools to scrape the top. And then I'll use these to pick them out as well. I also use the tongs to pick them out. To be honest, one of my favorite tools is the... Thought they were here. The tweezers. Yes, there they are. Tweezers. And I bend them wider because that's usually about the width of the little surface piece that forms. So when this melts and as it starts to cool, you can imagine like the top cooling first, and it forms these little squares, which you'll see. And then that's about the width, and you just reach in and grab them and pull them out. And as you're pulling it out, that drops, those crystals drop. It's just amazing. I gotta
see it. I purposely didn't look it up so that I could have more fun in this video.
Right.
But what I do know is that it's relatively safe if you're interested in doing this with the kids. Perhaps don't do it in the kitchen so it doesn't have gas.
No. First of all, definitely don't do it in the kitchen. Second of all, be outdoors in a hot area. If you are going to do it in your garage, just be safe. I mean, this is going to be molten.
So it's relatively safe to do. So it's a relatively safe project. You can do it with the kids. Just be smart. Don't do it in the kitchen. Well-ventilated area. Especially if you're going to be doing it in the winter time where it's cooler. Just common sense stuff. The tools are real simple. And how much do these ingots cost?
You can. I don't know the prices off the top of my head. When I was buying them, I believe. Well, I don't want to quote the prices, but I'm thinking that I think my original investment was $50. Then I learned that you needed a little more, a little deeper in the pan. So I ended up buying a few $100s worth a couple times. And again, we'll kind of let you guys know what the prices are, or just look up Bismuth on Amazon and it'll give you the different quantities. And I recommend, they sell like 1 pound and they sell 50 pounds. I would start with 10 pounds or 15 pounds so that you have a deep enough melted quantity to be able to let the crystals grow as you pull them out. If you have a very shallow pan, it dries too it solidifies too quick, and you have better luck if you have a little deeper solution of the melted.
That makes sense. Crystals. So you don't want to do just like a pound. You want to do a little bit more than that. Cool. So we'll be back when this is molten.
This gives you an idea how quick it melts.
Oh, wow.
Immediately just turns. It's kind of, I don't know the name of the movie. I'm not much of a movie buff, you guys, but there was one movie I saw, Predator maybe. It was like the guy, turned into like a liquid.
That's Terminator.
Terminator, there you go.
I've never been a Terminator fan myself. Do you ever have to worry about overheating the bismuth?
Not that I know of. I've never been able to overheat it. I mean, the idea is you get it to turn to liquid, and then you want to shut it off and cool it down. So unless you turn it on, walk away and forget about it, which I don't recommend. So no would be the answer to that question.
Cool.
I see the edges starting to bubble, so eventually this will all be liquid. We'll clean the top off and
Definitely starting to bubble now. Pretty cool.
Okay, well, so it's starting to solidify around the edges. Oh yeah, we're getting some movement now. Uh-oh. There it is. Now it's starting to melt. Be a few more minutes here, and I'll wait to. And you see how that I tilted it and it just dried. Now it's turning purple. So that's kind of how it all works. We'll get this like completely submerged and completely cleaned. And I guess the top, we want to make sure that we gather all the impurities off of there. And when I say impurities, this is like 99% pure, but any like whatever, like dust that may have been in there.
Even with fine gold, you still put a carbon rod in there.
Sure you do, and you also use some sort of a flux. So now she's starting to melt, so we're almost there. So what I'll do is I'll make sure that this complete, we'll call it the top portion here, the disc that's not melted, I'll make sure that's completely melted and it's all liquid. Then we'll turn it off and we'll go from there.
Cool.
Kind of cool, huh?
Very cool. This is fun.
Yep. Different little project, and we had a request for some from a lady, and we're gonna, Anne was her name, I guess, right?
Yep.
Great.
This video is brought to you in part by Cutting Edge Supply Company. Cutting Edge Supply is your one-stop shop for all things lapidary and jewelry making tools. Cutting Edge Supply Company has a wide selection of lapidary equipment, jewelry making tools, findings, gemstone rough, and much, much more. Cutting Edge Supply is a company ran by jewelers and lapidaries for jewelers and lapidaries. Check out Cutting Edge Supply. I love them and you will too. Make sure to use product code LapidaryDave in checkout to directly support the channel.
Okay, so it's pretty much molten. There's a little bit left to get down here. We're well on our way here.
So at some point, when it's, you totally just got my foot by slamming that thing.
Yeah, isn't that warm?
Nah.
Sorry, there is. It's probably not good to be here in barefoot and just open shirts and stuff. I'll try and not make any splashes, but it is dangerous in a sense. You just got to be really careful. I kind of shouldn't have tapped that. That's my fault.
At some point, you don't want to disturb the top, right?
Totally. And I'll explain all that here in a second. So this is just a few minutes away from shutting off and beginning the process of cooling so we can draw the crystals. And I say draw because you pull it out and it kind of, it's like drawing.
We'll see.
Yeah, you'll see, exactly. Kind of at a loss for words, and that's rare for me. Okay, so it's fully melted, and now we're going to stop, clean the slag. We'll call it slag off the top, or impurities. I think that is what the correct term is.
What do you skim it with?
Any of these little instruments. You'll see. I'm going to show you right now, my friend. So the first thing we'll do is we'll shut the gas off. Then we will look for the correct implement here. And this is what I used to skim it with. Is a little spoon here.
Oh, cutie.
A little dirty. Okay, so I'm letting that, and then we will leave it alone when we skim it. So this is the skimming process. You basically
look at that.
You basically skim it off like so.
Like a pudding.
Yeah.
Do you think there's some kid out there that just only likes the pudding skin?
I don't know. Boy, I sure hung out by the stove when my mom used to make pudding, I'll tell you.
Did you eat the pudding skin?
I think I ate just about everything, brother. So we got that, and I let a little bit of it drip back off. Because basically you're calling this stuff, you know, no good or impure. So the idea is to Skim it off. I let it drain a little. And by the way, I'm doing this barehanded, and this is very, very warm. I couldn't hold my hand this close for very long, so that's why you see me all back up and all. So, anyways, we're about there. We're about ready to leave it alone.
Refer to professionals online for more safety tips.
Yeah, I think we've made it very clear that it's hot molten steel.
Don't wear sandals.
Yeah, don't wear sandals. Don't let Jimmy splash you with it. And
better my feet than my face. This is my moneymaker.
Oh yeah, you're a very pretty man, Dave. Okay, so I'm gonna leave. I have trouble leaving it alone.
You're a perfectionist, Jim.
No, I think you're more of a perfectionist. I'm more of a get her done kind of guy. So I'm sometimes a little quick to call it good and move on. But you can see it has kind of a, I don't know what it has. I'm going to do this last little bit. And so what we're going to be looking for next, I'm going to call it good. We're going to leave it alone and let it start to dry. As it dries, it's going to create a film, just like the pudding film.
So it's best that we're not knocking this table?
Yeah, we don't want to touch the table. And at this point, we're just going to let it sit.
So,
and when that top starts to dry, you'll see it turn checkerboard. And those checkerboards are what we're going to grab and pull out. And it just appears out of nowhere. And then over here in this pan, we have a new fresh batch that has never been melted, and we'll do that one next.
Cool.
But we will pull crystals off of this, and within 5 minutes, it'll take about that long to get ready. See the square starting to form there.
Let's look at the square before you pull it out.
All right. So you see it starting to form squares here. We're going to take and reach in. We'll grab the end square here. Oh. All right, here we go. Broke it up a little. Should be able to grab this one here. Come on. It's stuck to the bottom there. Voila.
Can I get some?
Yeah, baby, go for it.
Pretty hot still.
I'm gonna just grab one of these and break this big piece off right here. Oh yeah, here, there you go. Grab those right there, honey. Set it on this table, Dave. And I gotta knock it off of there. I'll get it. So that's that one.
Which one?
Here, I'm gonna pull this right here. This one here real quick. Watch it. Kind of a different one there. Here's Sandy. Set that one down. Having a little trouble here. Getting a little crazy.
That's just one big chunk in there, ain't it?
Well, it's stuck to the bottom, and that's not what we want.
So I have heard the colors are different from the top and the bottom. Have you ever found that to be true? That the blues are more on the bottom?
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever noticed that or not. Okay, so it's solidifying a little bit too much around the edges, but we can usually take and break a piece off. This one might not, we might be down to the end of what we're trying to do here. So I might have to heat it back up. So we pulled a few out here. This is the one I just pulled out.
I've also heard that you can either put these in like a toaster oven or a microwave to change the colors. Have you heard that at all?
Ah, no. I don't know that one.
Yeah, because these are all blue. Like that other piece that you gave Lynn. I hear it's either toaster oven or microwave. I don't remember. You folks at home are going to have to look up online. Squeeze it.
Got it.
To really figure that out. Let me check out this piece over here.
I'm gonna pull another one. Try.
That's a cool one right there.
There you go. Here's a little one. Just slowly bring it up. Oh, I dropped it. No, it's not coming.
Let me see your tweezers. I'll use these tongs.
Little teeny guy, yeah.
This stuff is weird.
Will it still make a bunch of them still?
Oh yeah, you just go on and on and on. Here you go, Dave. Here's another one I'm going to try to get. You get that little top flake.
What's this that you're making it out of called?
No, bismuth.
That's the ingot. So we waited a little too long, maybe.
Yep.
We just heat it up again.
Yep. Yep. I'm afraid we waited too long to come out and. Oh, here, maybe not. Maybe we got a little bit more here.
This one's cool. It's like a throne. Crystal castle. And undesirable shapes like this one right here, you can just throw that back in.
Oh yeah,
Right?
anything we don't like, yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, I just took the molten stuff off. I'm starting a new batch with a fresh piece.
How much does that cost? That piece of
That's probably 15 pounds.
It's probably $100.
$100.
So yeah, that one's gonna cool. We're gonna make sure not to jiggle the table. It's gonna start crystallizing. And we're gonna do a super fresh batch in a really nice new pot. Is this stainless steel?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. And they recommend that you do use stainless steel.
Okay, that's good information. Don't use copper pot. Don't use grandma's biscuits and gravy skillet. She'll kill you.
Taylor wanted to buy some gold off me to make rings or something.
Really?
Like Goldie found?
Yeah.
Oh heck no! You go
I thought
buy
that.
buy sheets from Rio Grande.
Yeah, you can tell her you can get it from Rio Grande.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she,
What's Rio Grande?
Rio Grande's a jewelry supply company.
it's like a super close to spot. And is she just starting jewelry?
Well, she's just gonna have a couple special rings made or something.
Oh, cool! 10 karat gold is is a good
starting point.
cheap
Yeah.
gold. Not daddy's hard-earned gold.
Yeah, exactly. And we are going to be having a gold mining video coming up too, just to let you all know. We're going to go out in the desert and mine some placer gold. And my brother here, Brett, he's thinking about...
He's got all the looks in the family.
Yeah, he's ugly and I'm pretty. Exactly.
Oh, come on now.
And he's going to do some, go to a special invite. So maybe we'll get some film for you all.
That'd be fun.
It's really hard to see with the sun, and there shouldn't be any air blowing.
Really? So stay super still. No bumping in the table.
No, you can bump the table, but feel the air. Mm-hmm. It's not supposed to have.
Oh, because it's cooling in a weird way? Oh, I see.
When we did it in the garage, the air was still, and
Interesting.
it's blowing this way. We need better. I can't distinguish with the glare. It's not gonna hold it. Come on, let me hold you.
Okay.
I haven't found much with it, but...
Yeah. I want to find something with it. I bought it and haven't even used it.
Yeah, no, go for it. I'm not being...
I tried to use it. I don't know if there's a hot rock area or not.
Not really. Oh, it's a pretty shape. That's beautiful. Let me get out of the sun to see it. If you don't mind, I'm
No,
going to
go
grab the
ahead.
tweezers.
I need to get this stuff out of here.
Here, I can heat it up, baby, and get it off.
Okay, I'm gonna roll.
Safety first. I mean, there were gloves there. That's my fault. All right, round 2. It's getting dark. But you know what? That ain't gonna stop us.
It's beautiful out.
Yeah, it sure is. All right, so we're waiting.
Square.
Oh, yeah, we do kind of see a square. We're waiting for some formations to start forming in the forbidden gray pudding.
Mm-hmm. Grandma's little porridge.
The brew.
The brew of the beautiful blue.
Hey, it's better.
That was a good one.
Beautiful.
Hi.
We're playing with forbidden gray pudding.
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to record. And
I'm just gonna
There's-
know the mileage.
that's,
Oh,
Yeah,
that
what's
was
the mileage?
close.
hold on, baby. I'm ready. All right. Yeah, just text it to me.
Okay.
Where your mail is?
I have mail?
No. Yeah.
That's a fun one.
Beautiful.
You want a big one though, don't you, Sandy?
I do.
Well, you should be grabbing them out of there because they're ready.
I know.
These squares that are forming on the top, folks, is got to be very slow in pulling it up, Dave.
Okay. That was not slow
Let me
enough.
pull a couple.
The clip for me too.
Yes.
I knew I had to I was like, what did I'm not gonna lose it. So just text you, it's 161. 7.
Oh, that was a huge one. Hold it still for me so I can see.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty.
Okay.
Not
I'll
the
text it.
full cigar.
How you doing?
Yeah. Haven't heard anything.
Good. Maybe can you get? Yeah.
There's a little box I put on your bed.
Yeah, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I wonder what's inside.
Go ahead.
All right, love you guys.
Love
Bye.
you too, hon.
Oh yeah.
I texted it to you, Jeff.
Thank you, baby.
It's a cool one. Got real nice formation on that one. Cool.
Keep them coming.
All right.
Okay, we're pulling some bismuth crystals. My wife Sandra is ready to bring up one.
It's the biggie.
Nice and slow. And voila. Outstanding.
Not very long, but
Try one more.
yeah.
And you get to pick from all these little squares that are forming on top. It's solidifying. And she just needs to grab one of them. And it's pretty warm in there.
Here, let's do this one here.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Miss Sandy, do you mind if I try the next one?
Sure, go for it.
I should have learned my lesson the first
Let me
time.
hold your.
Oh, I got
Hold
it.
on, here we go.
I got it.
If you can squeeze.
Break into that, yeah.
Make it wider if you can. There you go.
You gotta pull slow, Dave.
Straight up.
Slow, slow. Keep pulling. Slow, slow. All right, you're probably clear. I don't know how tall it got,
Not very tall at all.
but cool though.
Very cool. As long as I don't burn myself again, I'll be very happy.
All right, so she'll knock that off of
So
there.
it looks like some of it's still molten on there, so it'd probably get more color as it dries, right?
Yeah, the color changes as the temperature does.
Because it looks a little milky. I'm a little traumatized
Why?
from getting this burnt. This horrible burn. Burns are like the worst wound.
Oh yeah, they take forever to heal. That was
Here we go. Here's another.
Here's one that they did the other day when we first tried. This one's super heavy. We're getting a bunch of flat golds right now, but it's still fun. And remember, folks, you can always just melt it down and try again. It's like Towers of Atlantis.
Okay, I'm gonna do one now. Okay, we're pulling some bismuth crystals. See what this one here yields for me. Well, I'm not having much luck on that one here. I'm gonna do something a little different here. That the fork, where's the fork at? Right here. I'm gonna come in here and I'm feeling, here's one. Here's a good one. Bullshit, that's what it is. Okay, here we go. And we're gonna try to pull another bismuth crystal here. You got squeaky lapidary Dave. We call him Lapdog.
Bon appetit. Sounds like an eroded pyramid in
Over
South
here.
America.
Go ahead, Sandy. You pull
I'm
some.
gonna put it back in.
No, no,
Maybe it'll grow stuff on it.
no, it's not going to grow anything on it, but. And she's working it out. Keep going.
oh boy.
Hey,
There's a tall one.
a little tower. Do you mind? I don't want to hold it from directly from the bottom. So I got burnt last
I
time.
see the tongs.
Tongs. These
Big tongs.
big tongs.
Right here, right on the ground next to Dave.
Oh.
Grew a little bit more.
It grew a little bit, but
Became super gold. Marvin's Magic Bismuth Kit.
yeah, exactly.
There's some really good formations
All
on
right,
that side.
got it. Okay, we're gonna do a little more pulling here of the bismuth. See if we can get something out.
Too fast.
Yeah, too fast. It kind of went in.
You turn it, baby, so you can see.
That's all right. I can see.
Okay. All right.
Here, Sandy, you do it.
This sketches me out. All this moving of the pot. My luck, I'm stuck between these tables. And I won't be able to get out of the way fast enough.
Right.
It's not just beautiful, it's also dangerous.
Yes. Kids should not do this without adult
Oh,
supervision.
yeah, definitely parental. Here, I'm just gonna clear some of this.
So I've heard people saying that they get the ones on the bottom. Are they growing from the bottom up?
Yes.
How do we get those? We just don't have the right tools, huh?
Well, we kind of do, but we're just kind of pulling from the top right now. Yeah, I can feel them in there. They're all.
So do you think one way we could get it is if we like pour that out into the other bowl?
No, because I'm trying to run with just fresh stuff here.
But you know what I mean. So I guess that's one easy way to get some that are on the bottom. You can just put it into another container, and then you'll be left with
That's
the
cool.
nice big formations on the bottom instead of these little guys. Anyway,
We're
folks.
doing dueling YouTube and
Midnight TikTok.
And TikTok, yeah, midnight TikTok.
Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, Bismuth. Give it a shot. Look it up online. With practice, you can get much better results than we're getting, but it's fun nonetheless. Look at that smile on Sandy's face. He's so happy. One burnt thumbs up. Thanks, Jim, for doing this for me, buddy.
Okay, so now I'm done with this. Here, let me see,
Can I
baby.
keep going? No.
There's some great
I
ones.
just want to see one. Yeah, you can keep going as long as you want.
Ooh, that one's hot.